Hello, and welcome to MrDudeManSir. Today I am playing Winter Novel. This is a visual novel done in old school, like really old school graphics as you can see in front of you. I have never played a game with this sort of graphic style, so I don't get the nostalgia from it, though I figured it would be pretty refreshing and it's odd seeing a game in such a fashion. Though this game isn't going to be your high-octane, super commentary sort of thing, this is going to be a chill reading of a visual novel that you can appreciate. I don't know anything about it since I was sort of gifted this game on a game key website for YouTubers, but I figured that I wanted to play a visual novel. I just finished my series. I'll try it out. So, without any further ado, let's try out Winter Novel. Snow. Snow, 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 and snow again. It's cold and gloomy out there. Some people like the snow. For them, snow means New Year fun, snowball fights, sled rides, snowmen. But I never liked it. Except for during my early childhood when Santa Claus was real and the gifts were interesting. But all this is in the past. I felt it especially hard when I started to live on my own. Since then, almost every winter evening I feel alone. I have some friends, of course. I always have fun with them when we're together. But do I really have any close friends anymore? I did have two true friends, Vitaly and Lena. Lena recently married and moved to the other side of the city. She rarely has time to see old friends these days. Vitaly gave up on the dream of being a rock star, dressed up in a suit, and is now climbing the corporate ladder in another city. Since then, life has become dull and grey for me. Of course, you can't go meet new people. Have fun, relax, dance, enjoy people's company. But everyone I meet when I go out is boring and shallow. I wish I could find people with similar interests. Back to work tomorrow. Sometimes I wonder where the word work came from. Seems to me somehow it's more likely slavery. Nothing ever changes. I'd better go to bed. Work actually came from the scientific term. Ah, you morons, learn to play a game properly. Yes, you! How is it my fault that you're getting lag? Dang, why do you constantly end up with newbies on my team? Oh, dang. Guys, it seems that I'm gonna have to stop recording. My computer got a blue screen of death. Again? Ah, stupid machine! That does it, I'm done. Time for a coffee break. Oh, whoops, I had no idea it was that late already. I'm gonna be a mess tomorrow. What about the weather? Look at the weather, it's too snowy. Some snow, they said. No, too much snow. Snow, 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 and snow again. It's dead quiet out there. Am I wasting my life here? I can sit back and play games now, but what about my future? Maybe it's time for a change. To find a permanent job? Giving myself a headache here. Back to the computer before I drive myself insane. In the bank. Of course, you make use of our service anytime. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye. I'm sick and tired of this stupid people. People have told me that I shouldn't be in customer service, but I thought I knew better than them. What an idiot. And now I have to serve this arrogant lot day after day because of this. I wish I hadn't declined when they offered me that position in procurement. Hello? Can I help you? Hi, I would like to... Well, a nice young man. Again. Another one of those narcissistic idiots who don't care about anyone but themselves. And again I have to wear that smile on duty, which looks so idiotic. I have to listen to him in straight face and provide him with our set answers. I'm so tired of all of this. Can you help me? Oh, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? Well, why did I bother asking if she's not gonna listen in the first place? Isn't her job to help customers? Now I'm standing here wasting my time with her. I've got problems without adding to them. You know, I think I'll use the services of another bank. Bye. Wait, please. May I still help you? Oh, I lost another customer. Again. Which means another lecture from the supervisor. Again. As if it's my fault that the bank has never had enough employees. It's really not my job to just stand here and listen to all these people. As it is, I should be on holidays now. This is the 3rd year in a row that I haven't had a Christmas vacation. All these little things keep piling up and making my life hell. I should stop brooding about it. The weather is really fine today. I rarely get a chance to go out and enjoy such a beautiful day. It was snowing hard yesterday, but today it's like warm spring afternoon. Okay, I've decided. It's too fine a day to travel home by bus, so I'll walk instead. At least I'll get some fresh air. Besides, it's not that far to go. Yuck, slush, disgusting! This weather's awful! The boss forced me to walk these documents over to the other side of the city. Why me? Half the other workers at the bank have their own cars. Why not ask them? There is no transport at all. Maybe the walk is not such a bad alternative. But do I really have to put up with all this mud and slush as well? Where are those beautiful days I enjoyed in my youth? The sun was always warm and shining, birds singing in the trees. Okay, I'll get there somehow. It's my fault that I'm out here anyway. Later that evening. Hey girls! How great was it that we finally made it to the cafe today? I even breathed the fresh air a bit. I haven't been anywhere for a long time. The supervisor won't even let me go on vacation. Savetta, you're a great martyr. My sympathies. Oh, by the way, have you heard what's happened recently? Maybe I shouldn't have been so angry with that girl earlier today. Looked like she was having a bad day. We all have those. What am I worrying about that for, though? Why am I playing online? Time to get to work. Glad I'm able to work from home on the net. You aren't bothered by anyone, have coffee breaks when you want, work at your own pace. That night. I'm glad that day's over. Finally, I'm home. Time to make tea, then read a book in bed, and just forget about the whole day. I wish I was one of those heroes in my books. You can do whatever you want. And the best thing of all, you know that you're going to have a happy ending. And the worlds are much more interesting than this dull, frozen reality. If only I could be there, not here. I know they're products of someone's imagination, but they're so wonderful compared with my life. And often only in dreams does one return to their childhood. The only time where they can feel truly contented. My nephew served in the internet yesterday, in a comparative analysis of websites. He said that our site does not meet modern design trends and has very poor functionality. We need to fix this urgently. We must correspond at the highest level. All of our competitors think we are a laughingstock. So, Svetlana Borisovna, you'll be assisting the programmer we're bringing in. But be warned, this is your last chance. If you can't deal well with customers, will you be able to deal with a single programmer? If you can't, you know that company does not need useless people. Yes, of course. I'll do my best. You can't dismiss me. I work like a slave from morning till night. Where would he find another idiot like me who would do this kind of work? They're putting too much on me. Good morning, Svetlana Borisovna. I work to introduce you. Good morning, Svetlana Borisovna. I would like to introduce you to Vladislav Yurilesvich. Vladislav will be dealing with the technical aspects of the site. Svetlana will control all the processes and be guiding the general direction of the project. Our experts have provided me with a report from the analysis. Our website is fine overall, but some sections are requiring urgent updating, not to mention some of the contact information is completely out of date. We have to process these updates manually, so you have to work together to resolve this. Refer to the technical task list for more details. Vladislav, I understand that you're paying higher than your regular contract fee for this offer. We're needing this project completed as soon as possible. There is no room for error. You gotta be excellent references, so we decided to hire you for this task. Do not disappoint us. Yeah, I know what he's thinking. Those references are the last thing that he's interested in. I can already see what's coming. They'll give me a huge task, expect to be completed within a ludicrously short time frame, and then pay me a pittance for all of my hard work. And they're bringing in a contractor because they know they can get away with paying me a quarter of the standard salary rate. But compared with my previous contracts, this order is really big. Keep in mind, the deadline is in 1 week. If you don't manage to do all the work, we'll abort the project. Well, This update really is necessary. So if they get it finished on time, fine. I'll pay. But there's nothing to stop me from overloading them with additional requirements that they'll never be able to finish within the deadline. And in that case, according to the contract, we are perfectly within our rights to withhold all payments for the work provided. Vlad hasn't noticed the clause in the contract. He signed it without a detailed look, that goof. Oh great, here I am with that intensive girl from yesterday. This sucks. I have to do everything by myself. Of course it's good when someone brings in a professional for this kind of work, and they trust him enough to allow him to use his own discretion. But I can already see it in their eyes, that these people will all be like this. I don't like it. Do it differently. It's nonsense. How can you work with it like that? And then I have to try and explain to them that acid green color is a bad choice for a corporate website. And then you have to start from scratch when you almost completed the project and they suddenly ask for all these changes. Not happening. If they don't give me a complete task list up front, they'll keep changing each step and I'll be stuck here until finally they make up their minds. I'm not having that. On the other hand, this order is very tasty. I usually get contracted for small orders which don't pay much. And finally, here's my chance at a paycheck. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Hey there, sounds like we'll be working together. I'm looking forward to it. They've piled up the work on me again. And again, I can't refuse because they could fire me at a whim if I do. What could I do if that happened? My work experience is next to nothing. I have to make a living somehow, pay the rent. Looks like I'll have to work with this complete jerk. He'll show us his true colors and probably end up being completely useless. He'll end up having to do everything. I'm so sick and tired of this. I made up my mind. I'll make the boss give me a vacation next week. Otherwise, I'll kick the bucket here. Hello, yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Let's start with the terms of reference. Well done. Good job. Yeah, at least we've now got a plan in place to work through. Yeah, this will help us save time when we get started. Would you like some tea? Yeah, please, Svetlana. I just wanted to say that you're not only a professional, but you're also great to work with. You're very polite. Of course, it's part of my job to work with people. That's great. Do you like it here? To be honest, I find it very difficult to work with people. I don't understand how you could do something that you don't like. What would you rather be doing? Me? I like to be a princess at a court in a romance novel, or perhaps a magician fighting evil in a high fantasy. Wow, you're fond of reading books like me? And you like fantasy genre too? Who's your favorite author? Well, I have no favorite author as such. I read a great number of them. I've recently read Grinkova though. I liked it very much. Oh, same here. If she structured her stories properly, she would be at the top of the fantasy bestsellers list. Oh, here comes the boss. Let's get back to work. I'm beat. It is still easier to deal with the technology than with people. As always, it's easier for working on the site itself and trying to work exactly what the customer wants. Sveta looked exhausted. Is she overloaded there? Or maybe she just missed her lunch break. We read the same books. I'd never guessed. She looks like an overdressed doll and nothing more. Well, that doesn't matter. The main thing is that there will be no problems. I can tell from my previous orders, as soon as we're done, we're likely to never cross paths again. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I'll worry about that later. Now it's time for a game. I'm exhausted. I'm fed with all of that. I can barely move. I came to work expecting it to be a regular day, and ended up having to help with that garbage instead. Who needs all these weird printouts anyways? And why am I the only one who has to run around doing the deliveries? What am I, a courier? But it's not enough to just deliver them. They don't like what you brought, or you're there too early. Or they end up not needing that stuff in the first place, and never a word of thanks. 5 years at university, and this is what I get for my efforts? What's the point in me writing up all these papers at night if they're no use to anyone in the first place? I'm furious! It's 9:30 already, and I've still done nothing around the house because of my tiredness. Now I have to spend another whole weekend cleaning up. Oh well, time for my book. I stopped at an interesting point yesterday. Good morning, Miss Svetlana. Are you ready to get started? What's first on our list? Database structure? Good morning. Alright, let's begin. By the way, can you please not call me Miss? Call me by my name only. Svetlana, okay? Sure. Are you okay? You look really tired. I was up late reading a book I was really getting into. Alright, break time's over. We have to get back to work, otherwise we'll end up behind schedule. This project has a huge task list, so I won't be doing what I've been doing with previous orders and process everything on the last day of submission. Svetlana, I'm back! Hello? Svetlana? What's up with her? Is she asleep? Look at her. When she's asleep, she looks so happy. Dang. Her boss is coming. She'll really get it if she sees her sleeping on the job. Hey, Svetlana, wake up. Your boss is coming this way. Hey, wake up! Sveta, get up, please! Come on, Sveta. Hello. How's everything going? Oh, good afternoon. This project is in full swing. We're currently working on the database. Excellent. Sounds like you're working very hard. And what about Svetlana? Is she asleep? No. No, I am not. How could you even think I'd do that? I'd have been looking for my pencil under the table. Well then, carry on. And don't forget about the deadline. Well, Sveta. You've really taken to sleeping on the job and turned it into an art form, haven't you? What about you, Vlad? Someone's bound to notice eventually if you keep taking those little breaks from work all the time. Well, I can't help it. I'm used to working alone at home, so I've never really had to worry about supervisors watching my every move. Get used to it fast. The one thing you must always remember when around your boss is to look like you're constantly working like a dog. You need to learn how to manage your time and make sure to find time for rest. Yeah, maybe. Is it just me, or are we a lot more relaxed with each other than after that whole thing with the boss? Oh, definitely. The first step to becoming a team. Anyway, let's get back to work. We haven't checked the database structure yet. This is hopeless! We don't have enough time to finish all this. Come on, Sveta. This is our second day. There's still plenty of time to get this done. If I have to, I'll work through the night before the submission deadline to make sure everything is finished. I've done that plenty of times before. Really? Are you sure? Here, take a good look at the task list. We got 100 or so pages to process. Not only do we have to make sure the database is sound, there's all this documentation that we have to update or add. Seriously? I usually process smaller orders. I'm not sure if I can manage this kind of work overload. Well, I can tell you right now that at this rate we definitely won't finish by the deadline. And you know what that means. Yeah, what should we do? Well, I'd suggest that we put in some overtime, but the bank closes at 17:30 sharp, so that won't work for us. Then I have an idea. Svetlana, are you free tonight? I would like to invite you to the cafe. So we can keep working. Well, Vladislav, since you insist, then I agree to go with the cafe with you. After all, time is very short, and if we don't manage to get our work on time, there'll be a lot of problems. Well, that's great. Let's meet at 18:30 in the cafe near the circus. Alright, and don't forget to bring all the papers and a laptop. Wow! How did you know that in the evening this cafe is almost empty? You can work here in relative peace and quiet. This comes with being a freelancer. You get to know all the places where it's possible to work, in case you have to share a flat with somebody and can't work from home. Many people in this line of work first started when they were living in a hostel. It's almost impossible to work there, you know, yet a customer can call at any time. That's why you have to be mobile, and the performance at the circus today has been quite popular, so most of the people are there watching it. We'll get out of here when the performance ends. There'll be crowds of people here afterwards. The performance finishes late, so we've got plenty of time. And to you, this just comes with the job? It's not as easy as I thought. I've always thought you can just sit and click away with the mouse. Well, it's always easy from someone else's perspective. Let's take these papers for example. At first glance, it looks like all you need to do is follow the instructions step by step and you won't have any problems, right? It seems like a robot can handle it, but it's never that simple. There's a lot of work that goes into it which people not in the field can understand. Well, yeah, we need higher education not just for showing off. By the way, you fell asleep at your desk today. You know, why? Well, I was up reading till 3 AM again, and I must be at work at 8 o'clock, so I didn't get enough sleep. Besides, I find it easier to work at night. Same here, I can't understand people who are early birds. But what can I do? Every weekday I have to come to work by 8 o'clock sharp. I feel like a zombie every morning, but look on the bright side. I know the morning work routine so well I can practically do it in my sleep, so there's no harm in me being halfway there already. Well, it's great that works for you, but that's certainly not for me. No way in heck. Okay, early riser, let's get back to work. Even after all we've done here tonight, we're still not going to have enough time to finish. There's just too much to get through. So I had to take it easy. Okay, so we haven't taken a few things into account with our scheduling. It happens to everyone. We have to work without all of this. We've been at this for, what, 12 hours already? What's the point? It feels like we're already hardly accomplished anything at all here. What are you talking about? We're slowly getting there, I think. Tomorrow we have to work at the same rate. I'm fed up. It's time to go home. I need to get some sleep, otherwise I won't be able to focus on anything at all tomorrow. Well, I guess you're right, Savannah. See you tomorrow. Morning. Morning. You look terrible. Were you up all night reading that book again? Oh, well, I tried to get some decent rest. I got home and pretty much crashed out in the bed. I might as well get started for the day. Sure, we'll continue with the documentation, see how others go with this new structure. Ah! Here's the website team. How's it going? Everything's well? We've come across a few issues, but we're almost finished with the troubleshooting them. We were working through them at the cafe yesterday. Heck, sounds like they're ahead of schedule. So what are you saying? I should give them all promised money? I didn't have to promise so much, then I really could pay. We don't have the funds spare. We have a very lucrative contract. All the money has been allocated to it, so we don't have to pay it at the website workers. I need to add them more work now. Then they could not get in time, and the problem will be solved. By the way, Svetlana, something's come up. We have our annual tax verification coming up, and I need your assistance with that right away. But Vladislav can't do this without me. Sure he can, he's a smart guy. I think we'll be fine. Okay then, let's get this done as soon as possible so I can get back to work here. Yes, of course. Let's get to it. He's gonna take on so much, she'll be swamped. By the way, Svetlana, have you prepared that monthly report for tomorrow's meeting? Heck, the dang report, I haven't even started with it. With all this project work, I have not enough time to even think about it. Of course it's ready, it's my responsibility. Okay, I look forward to your review tomorrow morning. Vlad, your work is really dropping behind. Did something happen? Nothing. So what's the problem? I'm just tired. Pull yourself together, okay? Yeah. Don't give me that yeah response. You got that spaced out look again. Looks like it's almost dinner time. So, how about you take an early break and then get out for a walk? The fresh air will help you focus on work when you get back. Okay. Vlad's not back yet. He shouldn't be too far away. He's really taking his time. That does it. I can't do this all by myself. I'm phoning his mobile. Dang, he's not answering. Vlad, why didn't you answer my call earlier? Sorry, I thought... Do you know what time it is? No, what? Wake up, blockhead. There's an evening long ago. You leave in the morning. I can't work on the set without you. Oh, it's that late already? I hadn't noticed. Okay, what's going on with you? I'm really worried. To be honest, I don't usually deal with this kind of workload. I'm used to working from home by myself with no set schedule. All I've ever had to do is get my work done on time, but there's always been plenty of time before the cutoff date. Not like this project. So what? You're feeling a bit worn down is all. You'll be back to your normal self in no time. Sorry, did you say something? I missed that. Now you go spacing out on me again. Look, things aren't that bad, okay? Yes, we have a lot of work to do and not much time to do it, but we can handle it, okay? Then after we're finished here, not only will we have a big payday, you also have built up a reputation for being an excellent developer. It's gotta be a worthy goal, don't you think? Does that really matter? Maybe I should stick with what I am now. Do you really believe that? Do you want your life to change, right? Well, this is your chance. I know it's a big step, but if you keep pushing forward, I can guarantee that all that we've done here will be worth it. We just have to keep at it. If you quit now, then nothing will change. Yeah, maybe you're right. This is probably the best shot at changing my life. There you go. You sounded better already. Everything will be fine. I don't want to have people think I'm a whiner. Just wish I could squash that mountain of work we have flat. Thank you for the pep talk, Sveta. I really needed that. Thank you. My pleasure. I expect to see you in full fighting form tomorrow. Absolutely. See you then. Bye. Bye. Well, Vlad's feeling better, but that really took it out of me. I've convinced him to keep going. Now I just have to believe that this will all work out myself. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, one more month of hard work has come to an end. All of you have been working very hard. And now I'd like each of you to present your report about your achievements and results of work. Okay, let's get down to business. We'll start with... I'm so tired. That's odd. When I'm reading up late at night, I feel fine in the morning. And even though I'm now going to bed early, I feel like I'm getting no sleep at all. I want this fatigue go away. This blasted meeting. We shouldn't have to be here. Never mind, I'll just sit here and let everyone else do the talking. I shouldn't be bothered by anyone. Svetlana Borisovna. Are you still with us? Would you like to be so kind to present your report for the last month? Oh sure, this month I have made progress with... I can just read off the report and then I can take it easy for the rest of the meeting. I had no idea that presenting a report was so easy compared with preparing one. That concludes my report. Excuse me? What was that? That's all? Is that some kind of joke? Where's the rest of it? What about those tasks from last month that you haven't finalized yet? Well, you know we've been focused on the website, uploading the documents, and... That's no excuse. If you can't handle the workload, then you're not good enough to hold your position. Are you sure you should be sitting here with us and not in a closet with the cleaners? Unlike you, they seem to cope with their work. But the figures for the last month are almost on target. Almost? Almost? We're talking about the previous month, and from what I can tell, you're already falling behind with this current month's work. Absolutely disgraceful! Department Manager, what is your opinion on Svetlana Borisovna's current performance? I can't say that she's bad at her job, but perhaps she is too young to maintain focus on priorities. Or to think that she was found sleeping at her workstation. That's awful! I was not sleeping. I am always putting in my best at work. Alright, that's all today for you, Svetlana. You're excused from the rest of the meeting. I want you to go out and have a good long think about what you're doing. Let me remind you that we don't need employees that can't cope with the responsibilities. I hope you can understand what will happen if you keep missing your quota. Sveta, what happened? Your eyes are all red. Have you been crying? No, I'm not. Nothing happened. Don't give me that. I can see something's wrong. What is it? Hey, why do you care? It's not like it affects you. What do you mean, why do you care? Of course I do. We're a team. So what? That doesn't mean you get the right to poke your nose into my business. Sveta, come on. This isn't like you. I'm sorry. My boss was shouting at me for most of the meeting today, and I'm an absolute wreck. Sorry, I lost my temper at you like that, but do you mind if I have a break? I should be fine after I settle down with a coffee. Sure, and try not to worry about it so much. I'm sure everything will work out just fine. I wish I had your confidence. Hey now, what's happened to the woman who was doing all the reassuring on the phone last night? Come on, everything will be fine. Uh-huh. But take a good look here. Do you really think we can get all this done on time? What other choice is there? Keep at it and we'll make it happen. I really do wish I had your self-confidence. Alright, let's get back to it. Even the section about our company needs to be changed. But what the heck are you doing? I'm just working through the... What do you mean? I told you that you should make the structure according to the project plan. When was that? Monday? Remember, we've never finished it and agreed to discuss it later. What's so unclear here? Just stick with the program until we get out where we left off. Okay, you're right. I'm a little off today. I'll go and get some air, okay? I promise I won't be gone for too long. Okay, but be quick, please. We've still got a lot of work ahead of us. Affirmative. This unit will comply. Get out of here, you comedian. So that is absolutely one thing. She's completely snowed under with her work. I wouldn't have thought her boss would do that to her. I have to help her, somehow. If she keeps enduring this kind of pressure, she's going to fall apart. She's so stressed out with worry that she can't concentrate on anything. There's got to be something I can do to help set her mind at ease. Here I am. What took you so long? I've been stuck here buried in all this work. Private Vlad reporting for duty. Enough with the jokes already. Sit down and get to work. We're running out of time as it is. Just a second, Sveta. I bought a little gift for you. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Oh, hey, how did you know I like milk chocolate? Didn't I tell you I'm the greatest magician in the world? I have knowledge and power beyond your imagining. Actually, I just noted that all of your bookmarks are made of milk chocolate wrappers. Well, I'll have it later. Let's get back to work. No, you need to have it right now. Huh? Why? Because... come on, Sveta. You didn't even take a break for lunch. Okay, then. Thanks for this, Vlad. Great, I'll go make us some coffee. Finally, we're making some headway. In the past hour, we've put in as much work as we did all of yesterday. Excuse me, Vladislav, but could you help me for a moment? Something is wrong with my PC, and our help desk officer is away on a business trip. So I'd like to help, but I just don't have enough time. But tomorrow I need to hand in some documents that are stored on the hard drive. Okay, Vlad, go help her. I can handle things on myself for a while. Sveta, are you sure? Yeah, it should be fine if it doesn't take too long to help out. Okay, I'll be back soon. Vlada's been gone for ages. I hate to admit it, but it's not as easy to get through this without him here. I'm not fast at working together as a team. This is taking too long. I wonder how Sveta's doing. I better hurry this up. What's wrong with me? I wish Vlad could come back soon. Maybe he's not as bad as I thought he was. Alright, that's it. No more. I've helped out enough for one day. It's high time to get back to Sveta. Hi, Sveta. I'm sorry I'm late. That's okay. I'm still working through everything. Did you get much done? Not much at all, I'm afraid. It's a lot easier when you're here to help. Well, not to worry. We'll knuckle down and push through the rest of this afternoon. Hopefully. I think I overestimated myself. I'm exhausted. We've been here for half an hour. We've barely done anything at all. Yeah, and we don't have the time left to do much more today anyway. Good point. Let's go home. Tomorrow we can start fresh. Good. See you tomorrow then. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. What a beautiful Friday. If I continue to overload the web team, they won't be able to make the deadline. Genius. I'm an absolute genius. Alright, Svetlana. Have you finally prepared the debt report that you didn't present at yesterday's meeting? But what about the website? Isn't that more important? Today is the last day we need time to finish it. I see. Nonetheless, the bank won't put the rest of your duties on hold just because you're having difficulties managing your work. You must see everything through. If you can't, don't bother starting in the first place. Are these reports really that important? As you've said, they're already overdue. Is one more day going to matter? That's just it. They're past overdue a whole week, Svetlana. Do you not understand that it's because of you that the final report for the entire bank is overdue? Do you not understand what kind of costs these delays can cause? That's it. Twist the knife in and let her own conscience do the tormenting for me. Of course, it's her fault that we passed the submission date for the final report, but given that the terms of agreement we have to endure no penalty costs, what does it matter? But there's still no excuse for such tardiness. Although this does give me an opportunity to delay her and miss the deadline for making the site. But I had no idea I was causing so many problems. I'll fix this. I'll make up for everything. Well then, see that you do. Good morning, Sveta. How are you feeling? Up and ready to get started? We've just got the finishing touches to do with the structure now. Hey, what's this? I don't like seeing you with that look in your eyes. What's happened now? Oh no, it's nothing really. I just ran into the chief earlier and he was going on about how important those blasted finance reports are. And how I shouldn't have any problems with getting them done. And he's right, you know. All I have to do is make sure your calculations are correct, but that takes time to review and there's not enough time to do that and work on the website. But it turns out that because of me, the final report is overdue by more than a week. And you believed all of his bluster was real? Come on, Sveta. Don't you know that this is what bosses do? They have this crazy idea that it helps people work more efficiently when they're intimidated. But the final report hasn't been provided yet. So what? Do you think that's all your fault? We've been working hard for a whole week, completely focused on the website. And as far as I can tell, copies of your data are stored on a backup server at accounting department as well as your own PC. So if anyone needs to access your work, they can get a hold of them from there. But what if the backups are wrong? No one else reviews them, so it's my responsibility to make sure that they're completely accurate. If there's an error that was missed in our final report, I don't want to think about what would happen to them. Look, if you think that these reports are really important, then how about you just take the time out to get them done now? Once they're done with, we can get back to working on the site together. Come to think of it, we've cleared a lot of documentation when I just need to add to the data management system. That's a one-person job, so this is perfect timing. Are you sure? Okay, I'll be back before you know it. I wonder what's really bothering her. Yesterday she worked fine and well together, even with all the problems with her boss. So why is she on edge today? I need to find a better way to keep her spirits up. Hey Sveta. Ah, here you are. Here's your little website expert. We have a bank audit coming up, so you need to complete these forms here right away. We need to get this done immediately, and if it's overdue, not only will the bank receive a considerable fine, the employee's wages will be infected. But, no buts, this is very urgent. Also, when you finish, come over to my office. I have some questions for you regarding last month's reports. Alright. These forms are so complicated, and of course I have to drop everything and get them done right away. Come on, Sveta, get it together. The boss wants to see you afterwards too. Remember, whatever he says to you, everything is going to be fine. We have plenty of time to complete the website. Then we got the weekend to relax afterwards. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, this is bugging me. The more I think of it, the more I'm convinced that the boss is setting up Sveta to fail. If that keeps happening, she could very well give up and quit. Svetlana, I've had enough of having to deal with your problems all day. They keep just building up. What do you mean? What's happened now? You very well know what volume of cash flows we deal with on a daily basis and how tightly we have to monitor them. So how can you allow yourself to make all these mistakes? This is our customers' money we're talking about here, you know. Here, look. The data we have in your report does not match the final figures. How can that be? I verified everything. Really? So what happened then? From what we can tell, you used yesterday's exchange rates instead of today's listed rates. What were you thinking? That can't be right. Every time before I begin my calculations, I check the current exchange rate through the computer. How could you have done that when the network was down? The connection failure icon wasn't clear enough for you? But no more excuses. For the next 3 months you lose your bonus. Consider yourself lucky, that's all I'm doing. Now get out of my office. And don't bother going back to work for the rest of the day. Sveta? Sveta? By the time I worked out on what was going on, she had already left. The boss keeps putting so much strain on her, she's always looking so stressed out. How could he keep doing that to her? No. I hope she doesn't take it too much to heart. I did warn that sort of attitude was typical behavior of a lot of bosses I've met. From what I can tell, she's not used to having to deal with these kinds of pressures. Alright then. In the meantime, I'll do what I can here. Once Sveta gets back later, she should be happy with our progress. I wonder what's keeping her. Oh well, I'll keep at it. Okay, this isn't like her. She's been gone 2 hours now. If she's not back in the next half hour, I'm gonna go look for her. Where's Svetlana? I saw her running out of the boss's office earlier. It looked like she was in tears. Yeah, he can be a real tyrant. No one has seen Sveta since then, I don't think. So what happened? Why is the boss so angry with her? Actually, Svetlana isn't the only one who gets bullied by our boss. Seems to be his favorite hobby to find the smallest mistake made by anyone to blow it out of proportion. Especially with the young employees. Those who can't bear it will soon quit. But he gets tired of it and stops bothering you if you just put up with it and keep working. How can anyone put up with that? This kind of thing happens everywhere, so you just do. I need to do something to help her. Like what? I don't know, I just want to be able to support Sveta through all of this, but she's not answering my calls. Have you tried her home number? That's probably where she's gone. The boss expelled her today. I've tried her at her home already and there's no answer. What do you mean expelled? Did he fire her? No, he's not that much of a monster. He was probably just lecturing her about office responsibilities and keeping a professional attitude. like he always does, and sent her off to consider her faults. Very few bosses will send an employee home in the middle of the day, but ours does when he gets angry enough. Dang, I need to find her. Where does she live? I'm sorry, but we can't divulge any personal information about our employees. But I want to help her. How are you gonna do that? I don't know yet. Look, what if you make things worse? Maybe she just needs to be left alone for now. But I've got to do something. I can't just sit here while she's going through all this by herself without any support. I know everyone sees her as this cheerful and carefree person, but after working for her for the past week, I now know she's quite sensitive. She just hides it very well. Isn't it always better to have someone help cope with these kind of problems? Why must she be the exception here? I don't want her to have to deal with this by herself. You know, maybe you really could help her. Let me get your address. Sveta, open up. It's me, Vlad.